everyone, it's Rachel from Spice by Rachel Sweet, and I have a new recipe for you. It's a recipe for our bottom round roast, and it's super easy, super simple. It just takes a while to make, so just make sure you start it sometime in the afternoon. So it uses our coconut curry mix, which I have right here, and you can also grab this off of our website at spicebyrachelsweet.com, and I'll link that below too. So for the first part, you'll need a bottom round roast. I get mine from Farmer Matt out of New Braintree, Mass. You can see his logo right here. You can get that through farmeratthedoor.com, which is a home delivery service, and that's usually how I get my meat delivered right to my door. So the first step for this is to preheat your oven to 300 degrees, and while it's preheating, keep your meat out on the countertop to start acclimating to room temperature. That way the inside is the same temperature as the outside. And I'll have this whole recipe linked down below. So our oven is already preheated, so we're going to start by seasoning our meat. You'll want to start by just patting it dry, just to get all that excess off. You can just use a paper towel here. And then I lined my baking pan with parchment paper just to make it a little easier for cleanup. And then you'll need 1 tablespoon of our coconut curry mix to sprinkle over this. You'll use the other tablespoon in the rice later, so you'll need a total of 2 tablespoons, just separate it out. And just rub that right into the meat on all sides. And then cover it with a sheet of aluminum foil. And let's put it in the oven. And you're gonna let it cook somewhere between 4 and 5 hours. And we'll check on it. We'll check using our thermometer to see if it's about done. And once it starts getting close, then we can start our rice dish. So we're gonna put it in for about 4 hours and 15 minutes, and then we'll check using our thermometer and see what it's at. So we only have about 5 minutes left of cooking to see if it's about done. We'll check it and see. I expect that it won't quite be done, but right now we're gonna start the rice. So first, we'll need to cook the jalapeno first. We have 2 jalapeno peppers, kind of small. We'll chop them up, put them in a little bit of oil and get them cooking, and then we'll add the rice, the coconut milk, and the water. I'm just heating it to medium to start warming up. Slicing very thinly right up to the stem. And while that's cooking, just for a couple of minutes, we'll measure out our rice and open up our coconut milk. So just a about 2 minutes is enough cooking for these, just enough to get them a little bit browned because we're going to add the rice in the water, just giving it a little bit of extra taste rather than if they were just steamed in the water and the rice. So we're going to add 2 cups of rice, and you can use any kind of white rice, jasmine rice. I'm just using brown rice. I had exactly 2 cups in here. Just give that a stir. And then add the remaining 1 tablespoon of the coconut curry mix. So we needed 2 tablespoons total, 1 tablespoon for the roast and the remaining tablespoon for the rice. And then we'll add our coconut milk. Coconut milk hardens if the temperature is below about 70 degrees. So I usually just skim off the top to get to the liquid below. And then you can just scrape that solid part right in. Our roast is done. We'll have to take a look at it. And we'll also add 2 cups of water as well. We'll heat that to boiling, and then once it boils, we'll turn it down and we'll check on the roast in the meantime. So we've got our thermometer to check the temperature. Let's pull it out and see what we've got. That looks good. Wow, that looks awesome. So we want it to get to 145 to be safe to eat. So that's already done. So we can shut our oven off and let's see what it looks like on the inside. So we're gonna let it rest for a few minutes, about 5 minutes, and then we'll cut it open and see how it looks. So we've let the meat rest for about 5 minutes, and I also turned down the heat on the rice after it came up to boiling, turn that down, so that's just gonna cook a little while longer. Let's see what we have for our roast. Look at that. So I would say that that's probably medium well. So for maybe medium, I would do 4 hours and check it after that amount of time. This is definitely cooked all the way through. Maybe even call that well done. Let's try it. It's got a nice crust on it. Lots of juice in there. The flavor is definitely there. I think it might have cooked a little bit too long, just for that medium rare softness. So instead of cooking it for 4 hours and 15 minutes like we did here, cook it for about 3 hours and 45 minutes and then check the temperature and make sure as long as it's above 145, it's safe to eat, and then determine whether it's to your state of doneness after that time. So our rice is still cooking, so while that's cooking, we'll just chop up a bunch of cilantro. That'll be used to mix into the rice after it's done cooking, so we'll just take care of that right now while it's still cooking. So our rice is done, so we're gonna add the cilantro, stir everything up, and then plate it and serve it. What do you think of that? That looks so good. Let's try everything together with the rice and with the meat. That's really good. That is excellent. Perfect for dinner parties, perfect for weeknight meals. The flavor is excellent. It pairs really well, and the coconut curry mix really gives it more of like a Thai flavor, which makes it really interesting. And even if you were to squeeze a lime over the rice, I think that would really brighten the flavors as well and add a little extra something to it. This is so good. So that's our recipe for this bottom round roast. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll link the recipe down below, as well as where to buy our coconut curry mix on our website as well. Thank you so much for watching.